Are you ready to take your email communication to the next level in real estate? I got you covered. Today, we're focusing on our last installment for Google Workspace, and that is Gmail or Google Mail. So hold on to your seats. It's going to be a fun ride. Do you need that extra edge? Gain that leverage you need with my top-tier tech solutions today. We do lead gen, transaction management, client retention, and database management. Fill out this little form here below, and you can get started today for a free consultation by visiting brenbrewer.kw.com/technology services, or you can scan the QR code on your screen as well. I'm looking forward to partnering with you. Hey everybody, it's your favorite technology trainer, Bren Brewer, and yes, today we are going to master Gmail for real estate communication. Inside of Gmail, we are going to learn how to customize Gmail settings efficiently and all kinds of things. Where clear and concise communication is so important. We have got to learn how to craft effective subject lines. Your property address should be in every subject line during a transaction, and you need to know how to structure an email for professionalism. So you should have your greeting, you should have a body, and you should have a closing, and in that closing you should have a signature with your TREC links. Here's a couple of emails I wanted to share with you. On the left hand side we have an offer email, and on the right hand side we have an offer email. Which one for you would be the best one to send for an offer on a property? And yes, on the left hand side we can see that the subject line just says offer, and then in the body it says see attached. I do have my TREC links in the body of my email, and then my signature, my professional signature. On the right hand side you see I have an offer email going out. There is a clear subject line, 1234 Main Street offer. You can tell that it's an offer number 1, and you can tell which property this offer is for. I have addressed the listing agent, attached as my client's offer. Some key points of the offer are price, option period, title, closing date. A response is requested within 2 business days. I am looking forward to working with you. Which one of these would you most want to work with, right? The agent on the left or the agent on the right? So yes, make sure that you are crafting emails that are clear, concise, and that we know what you're offering on, and that you have put key points in the email as well. Busy listing agents don't want to scroll through 5,000 documents to get these key points. There's also amazing templates inside of Gmail. Number 1, you have to turn templates on. Templates are going to save you so much time, and you can use these to send out your frequently sent emails. Let me show you real quick how to enable templates. So I'm going to scoot over to Gmail. I'm going to click in my settings here in the top right. I'm going to click on see all settings. On the middle here where it says advanced, I'm going to scroll to templates here, and I'm going to enable those and then click save changes. Mine are already on, so you want to make sure that yours are enabled and you click save changes. When you go back to your inbox, you can click compose. One of my favorite templates to make is for any kind of email that I am going to send to every single client. So that might be for my buyers, a list of inspectors, a list of lenders, and things like that. So I'm going to write in the subject line what it's about. Hi, and then we're going to leave that blank because we don't know which client this is for right now. I'm going to say, congratulations on going under contract on your home. It's now time to start thinking about the inspection process and get that inspector hired as soon as possible so that we can maximize the time in your option period. Here's a list of my preferred inspectors. Of course, anyone that is licensed can be used, so you can use my list, or if you have your own, go ahead and use your own as well. And that's what I'm going to put in there with my list, and then I'm going to save that as a template, and I'll show you in just a second. So now you can see my email is written. I'm going to attach my inspector list. I would just click attach files, go find my list on my computer, and now you can see I have my inspector list here, and I can also use like any link online where my list is as well. And now the important part, we want to click these 3 dots here where it says more options and click on templates, and we want to scroll down and click save draft as template, and then we want to scroll down again and save as new template. We're going to call it inspector list because that's in the subject of our email and then click save. And now you can see when I go to compose an email, I can click in here on my three dots, click on templates, go find my inspector list, and there you have it. Now, one thing I would want you to remember is take this out, take out your signature, click the three dots, click templates, click save draft as template, and we're going to write over that inspection list with this because we don't want our signature to go in there a bazillion times. So our signature is already inserted when we have a template. So there we go. Now our signature will only be in there once. So remember when you're saving your templates to not use a signature in the template. So there we have it. That's how you create a template. Another thing I like to do in Gmail since we're in here is create folders for transactions. So you can see here I'll have addresses, buyer names as well. I actually use another email address for most of my transactions, but you will want to make sure you're putting the physical address into all your subject lines, and then you want to sort those and label them into those folders. We do that by clicking the email we want to sort, clicking on label, and then you can find your label here in your labels, or you can create a new label and you can call it whatever you want. So a new label would be a property address, right? So 1234 Main Street, and I click create, and then all my emails will now go into that. But see, I have put that in the wrong space because I really want that to go in my transactions. I'm going to click here on my 1234 Main Street, and so 1234 Main Street is actually going to be nested under transactions. I'm going to click create, and I'm actually going to remove this label. And you can see now under my transactions I have my 1234 Main Street. And then if I want to, I can label my transactions 1234 Main Street. And you can see it comes up right here. This is what I wanted to show you guys because these are the folders that I actually use in my real estate email. All of my properties are in a label. I can quickly and easily find any email that concerns any of these properties. I can also search in Gmail for anything that concerns that property as well. So all I did was search a property address name, and you can see these are all of my DocuSign room notifications that came from it, my transaction coordinator as well. So everything from that property, because we use the address in every single subject line having to do with that property, then we're able to quickly and easily find all the emails that pertain to that transaction. One more little thing I want to show you guys in Gmail, especially when you're in the Gmail Composer, is there's a lot of options down here, right? We have just on the send button here, we can schedule an email to be sent out. So if you're working at midnight and you want your email to go out maybe at 6 or 7 a.m., schedule that email out. It comes up with 3 suggested times, but you can also pick a date and time. So maybe I don't want this to go out until this date at that time, and then I can click schedule send. That's going to go over here in my scheduled folder. I can click on that and you can see here, this is the email. If I click cancel send, it's going to bring it back up for me where I can edit that email. And I'm not exactly ready for it to go out yet. And I can edit and then schedule it again. Also, next to the send button here, we have formatting options. This is going to be for your text. We have the attach file button. We have a button to insert links. We can insert emojis. We can insert Google Drive files. We can insert images. So we'll just say my photos, upload, find an image, and there you have it. I've uploaded an image. It goes into my email. The next little button is toggle in confidential mode. This is one of the coolest features I think is in Gmail. You can send an email in confidential mode, and whoever receives it will not have the option to forward, copy, print, or download the email. It's visible to your Google Workspace admins for periods defined by the domain's retention rules, but you can set the email to expire. You can require an SMS passcode. It's pretty interesting how awesome that is. So if you had something confidential that needed to go out, you could totally send that this way. And then you would just set your settings and then click save. So that's confidential mode. You also have a signature you can insert. Let's see, boop, right there. That's my signature. And then you have layouts. This is one of the coolest things that Gmail has added. I love the layouts feature. You can do a newsletter feature here. You can even change your default styling. You can add logos, colors, and fonts, footer details, links, all of that here inside Gmail. It's pretty cool. And so you have any of these little layouts that you can use, and you can use any of the colors. You can also edit the layout. So here is the edit. It's very similar to command email designs, right? You can add spacers, social links, placeholders. There's content blocks, text, buttons, images, dividers. So any of those little things make it really easy to make whatever type of design email that you are creating. One of my super favorite features in Gmail. Then the next button is to set up a time to meet. So you can either create an event on your calendar or offer times you're free. So cool. It's going to pop your calendar open on the right side panel. And then you're going to say, I am free, let's just say Tuesday, 9:10 to 1. And then let's do Wednesday, nope, not free that day. Let's say 12 to 2. And Thursday, 9 to 1. And so you can see here, it's putting in these 3 dates that I'm available. And let's say that that is for a 30-minute meeting. We're going to click next. How would you want to meet, with Google Meet or in person or a phone call or none to be specified later? I'm going to choose Google Meet. And then you can also add a description. And so maybe I'm just meeting with one of my buyers. And then I'm going to click add to email. You'll see here now it's giving proposed times that we could meet together, and it added it where my cursor was. So if you don't want to add that there, make sure you move your cursor to a better spot in your email. And so it says proposed time, select the time you want to meet. I would definitely add this into my email if I was wanting to meet with a client. This is a super, super cool feature for Gmail. And then also you can just create an event and it's going to pull up on your calendar here on the side panel, and you can look through your calendar. I'm going to click 10 to 12 and we'll say this is a listing. Well, it's going to go by what's in the subject line. So maybe I'm going to say this was a listing appointment. And then you can add guests, and then you just click save and it's going to add that to your calendar. So that's about it for Gmail and Google. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite feature is in Gmail that I showed you today, and I can't wait to see you next week.